Karen Gillan, fresh off her incredible work as Nebula in the MCU, is stepping out of the makeup and into a bowling jacket, some guns, and leading a group of badass ladies in a shoot 'em up here, Gunpowder Milkshake on Netflix. I'm going to let you know if this is one you should definitely watch this weekend right after this. Hey Outlaw Nation, it's the Outlaw John Rocha here with a review for you of Gunpowder Milkshake, the new stylized shoot-'em-up film that is out on Netflix now from director Navot Pupashado. I gotta tell you, as soon as I saw this film, I couldn't wait to get on here and record a review for it because I love these kind of quiet, stylized shoot-'em-up movies, and it's great to see one being led by a bunch of badass ladies, and certainly Karen Gillan leading them all is fantastic in the movie. You got Lena Headey here, Carla Gugino, Michelle Yeoh, Angela Bassett. Paul Giamatti is along for the ride as well. You've got two young actresses who are incredible. And if you're a casting director, if you're a director or producer, look at these young ladies and start putting them in more of your films. Chloe Coleman as Emily almost steals every scene she's in with Karen Gillan, and Freya Allen as the young Sam. Karen Gillan's character as a young teenager is fantastic with the limited amount of screen time that she gets as well. So basically this film is a mother and daughter story and a pseudo-aunt story as well. Karen Gillan is a young girl whose mom, Lena Headey, is a assassin and a hired hit woman for a company called The Firm. She gets into trouble with them and then she has to go away, and we go modern day. That's a flashback. We go modern day, and Karen Gillan herself now works for The Firm. Her name is Sam. Her character's name is Sam. She works for The Firm now in place of her mother, kind of, and she hasn't seen her mother since that day 15 years ago, which occurred in this diner. And the diner, there are locations in this film that are reminiscent of John Wick. For example, in the diner, it's a kind of a well-known place where these assassins or hitmen or hitwomen can show up, but they have to turn in their guns before they can sit down and have a meal or have a meeting or what have you. There's a hospital here, certain doctors, kind of like we saw with Heat, Jeremy Piven, a doctor that's paid off to work for these people and get paid under the table. There's a doctor here who does that. So there are things that are reminiscent of John Wick throughout the movie, not just the action and the stylized shoot 'em up action that's being used here throughout. So basically, she gets called upon to do a job, Sam does, for The Firm, but it ends up being complicated because she kills the son of a local crime lord, and that puts her in trouble with The Firm, and then she gets involved in this situation with this man who has stolen some money, and Paul Giamatti is her handler, Nathan, who hires her to go get that money and go get the man, but the man, you find out, has stolen this money to protect his daughter. That's Emily. That's who Chloe Coleman plays, and so now she takes responsibility for Emily and for this money and trying to make it right with The Firm, and then gets involved with the ladies here, Carla Gugino, Michelle Yeoh, and Angela Bassett, who run a library, but in a lot of the books in the library are weapons. So they essentially are a front for these weapons. You can come and exchange weapons, kind of like a library in a way, but a library of weapons. You can exchange them, and they're embedded into the book. So very stylized, very brilliant use of that, and very fun use of that as well. Got to give a shout out to the music here. Chaim Frank Ilfman does a great job bringing you from scene to scene. And as I said, it's very stylized. It feels both modern and in the past, right? It feels like a 1950s kind of vibe and style and look to it, but a very modern approach to that look.
We need that money back.
The costume design by Luis Frogley also deserves a shout out, and the cinematography from Michael Saracen deserves a shout out. There's a lot of awesome action sequences. There's great battles within the library when the Firm and the crime lords people get involved and start to come after the ladies, and it's all of them against these guys, and they're all dudes, and they kick the crap out of them on multiple occasions. Michelle Yeoh using a chain, Angela Bassett using two hammers, double fisting hammers, and you get to see Carla Gugino use a 50 cal in essence in there, and of course Lena Headey and Karen Gillan shooting it out as well. No surprise, Lena Headey comes back into her life, and that becomes a thing that they have to kind of resolve and work out. While, Karen Gillan, or Sam rather, is also trying to work out this relationship with Emily because she has done something tragic to Emily's family as well, and so she's got to figure out at what point she tells Emily what she's done, hiding that secret from her until a critical moment in the film. So throughout, that's basically it. You're just sitting down, having fun with these incredible women, kicking some ass, shooting up people, killing people in brutal fashions, and in great settings. And in the end, you get a little bit of the revenge that you were waiting for. It doesn't quite come the way you expect it to come. So I think that's a nice little twist there near the end of the movie. But great work by everybody involved, including Paul Giamatti, who's always a nice touch in any of these films. Remember, I think Shoot 'Em Up, is that what it was called? The one with Clive Owen and Monica Bellucci. He was great in that as well.
God damn it, Smith!
In this one, not so much a villain, but certainly someone of power who is having to kind of take care of Sam, but also at one point can't take care of Sam anymore and puts her in harm's way. So a lot of interesting cross purposes going on throughout the movie. And I enjoy the performances, all of them. I mean, you're talking about veterans here, and Carla Gugino, Michelle Yeoh, Angela Bassett, Lena Headey, all bringing their veteran status to this situation. And of course, Karen Gillan kind of breaking out now. Nebula really announced her as an actress. I thought in Endgame she should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actress. So to see her grabbing onto these roles and having a little fun with them, for sure, I like. And the film's got that vibe of John Wick's, got that vibe of Dark City, of Blade Runner. She's even dressed almost like Carmen Sandiego to give it a little bit more of a vibe. So it's like a modern, what do they call that? Postmodern or modern deco noir that I think everyone can enjoy if you just kind of sit back and have fun with this thing. Pretty simple plot. Just these ladies are in trouble because one of them got in trouble with the firm, so they all protect each other, get involved here, and go toe-to-toe with the firm and go toe-to-toe with this crime lord because they're tired of being pushed around in that town, and they finally fight back. You have some great battle sequences in the library, great fight sequences in the diner, and great fight sequences in a warehouse. And Karen Gillan, and the bowling alley fight scene is stellar. Here's the thing. Karen Gillan is, a tall girl, kind of awkward at times with her body. So it's fun to see that they didn't do the jump cuts to try to cover up. She fights as she would fight. And when you're seeing it in the bowling alley, her moves and stuff, she's not all of a sudden, like going on wires. The battle scenes, or the fight scenes rather, are realistic, and they work so well for her so that it adds more of an element of reality to this kind of fantastical story that's being told here. So I love that they made that decision. And I think the director, Navot Pupashado, deserves so much credit for having a very clear vision of what he wanted to do here and having a very clear vision of how he wanted Sam to fight and how believable he wanted it to be. So great stuff overall. Can't recommend it enough. Watch this thing. I give it 4 out of 5 cowboy hats in terms of enjoyment, in terms of what it was going for. I think it deserves that, absolutely. So, all right, that's my review for Gunpowder Milkshake. It is streaming now on Netflix. Go and enjoy that movie, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Really important to subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell button so you know when we're dropping all the stuff we're dropping here on the channel. Also, come and join me on Twitch, The Outlaw Nation on Twitch. Going to be doing more shows there. Going to be doing watch-alongs for the NBA Finals. Once the Premier League kicks in, I'll be doing some watch-alongs of that. Maybe some NFL watch-alongs for sure. So all of that, plus doing gameplay, getting back to Ghost of Tsushima, getting back to Jedi Fallen Order, getting back to Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So, and maybe even some of us in other games that are out there. And of course, Spider-Man Miles Morales. So come aboard and enjoy that as well. All right, that's it. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment down below and share this on your social media. Oh, and follow me on social media at The Rocha Says on Twitter and on Instagram. All right, take care of yourselves. Be well, and we'll talk to you soon with another movie review for you here on the Outlaw Nation.
I can't leave her to die.
Oh, you know the drill.
Give the kill order.